Alright, yo, what up? This is your all shook up. Just gonna show you this updated Warden build that, it hits so hard, it's so tanky. It's got to be one of my favorite builds right now, and it's using a Skribe skill. Shout out to Juggy. I knew this heal was good, but I didn't really play around with it. But now that after I played with it for, 2 days, um, and got quite a few different Xing. If you want to see this build live, I live stream Sundays, Tuesdays, 100%. Sometimes Monday, depending on how my week goes. I could be live, Friday if I take the day off, or Saturday. But no matter what, Sundays and Tuesdays, I will always be live. If not, I will let you guys know. And then other days, if I do go live, I will also let you guys know. I definitely appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the subs and likes. It helps me out. I'm trying to get to 2K subs. So with that said, let's get into the build. This thing right here. All right, so let's buff up. This is kind of ridiculous. So for my back bar, I got 34,000 resistance, 33,9, 22,000 stamina, 1,000 magicka, 36, 24, 20. This gets a little crazy. That's the back bar. Let's go front bar. The front bar, I got 58, 94 penetration. 9,000, 58, 5,800, 30k resistance on the front, 29 physical on the front, 1,062, 1,031, 23, 924, 36, 19,000 magicka. This is crazy. I got 42 into health, 22 into stamina. I'm running the Lady Munda Stone. I am an ESO Plus member. I use Bewitched Sugar Skulls. And yeah, this build right here, man, this thing gets ridiculous. I'm also using the Orc. We'll get into the skills first. And the reason I'm using the Orc, because I know a lot of people ask, what's the better, what do you call it, race. But this is one of the reasons why I like the Orc. It's two reasons. Increases your max health. When you deal damage, you heal for 2,164 health. This can occur every 4 seconds. That's a lot of healing when you're attacking someone. And then also, the 258 damage is nice, but reduce the cost of sprint is huge. Especially in Cyrodiil, it's the increased movement speed is just... When you're trying to fight outnumbered, you typically have to fight a lot of people, so you have to constantly be on the go, like non-stop. So that's one of the main reasons why I use Orc. Oop. Let me see. We are going to go to the skills. So now the front bar didn't really change. Bird of Prey, it's one of the best, if not the best, in my opinion, major expedition buffs in the game. You get movement speed for 6 seconds. You get gains immunity to snares and mobilizations for 4 seconds. While slotted, you gain minor berserk, increasing your damage done by 5%. Also, it's hard to replace this skill because embraces the Lotus Blossom, which is huge. Give me a sec. What the heck's going on here? It's like my computer's going crazy. But Lotus Blossom, like I'm saying, embrace the Lotus Blossom, causing your light attack to restore 1,073 health, and your fully charged heavy attacks restore 4,100 health to this. And then it gives you major. And the length of that skill is insane. Then you got Dizzy Swing, which your Dizzy Swing tooltip, it goes pretty high. It gets kind of nasty, to be honest. Just a flat 12,955. It gets pretty high. It gets to like 16k, which is a lot for Warden, because shocks. But I also love execute. It's got a bleed damage. It's probably the cheapest execute, and it hits so hard. I mean, deals up to 400% more damage with less than 50%. So you just start hitting people when they're below 50, and it really takes them down. Let's see. And then shocks. This is what makes these two combine is just nasty. That second shocks, after it attacks their attack the burrows underground for 6 seconds and then resurfaces again for 13,000. And like that can get pretty high. So you combine that with like a 16k dizzy swing. It actually is pretty nasty. Like you get 16,067. I mean that, and the thing is enemies damage affected with major minor breach. I mean you're really hitting people hard, and then this ult is just, I don't know if they nerfed it or whatever, but it doesn't matter. This thing is insanely strong. Like I love this. Now you could also go with Bunk, Berserker's Rage, Dawnbreaker. I mean, your Dawnbreaker goes up pretty high. Like you could really like punish people with Dawnbreaker too. So it's not like, I mean, 20,000 plus it with Balors and everything. It's almost like a 25-30k freaking Dawnbreaker. So you can never go wrong with that. Back bar, this is where stuff changed. I use Resolving Vigor, same. Polar Wind, same. Even though, I guess they nerfed it. I'm not sure, but it still works hella good. Blue Betty, really good. This is probably my favorite skill in the game. Along with Bird of Prey, these two are my favorite skills. I mean, you get so much, for this skill that you can't. I mean, call Betty Netch to your side, which restores 4,992 magicka to you over 25 seconds and grants you major brutality and sorcery, increasing your damage, by 20%. Every 5 seconds, the Netch removes effect. If there's no effect removed, instead you get a damage done by 5%. I mean, that's packed skill. Ice Fortress, another really great skill. You gain minor protection, reducing your damage taken by 5%. Can't go wrong with that. And this right here, Healing Contingency, is OP. Like, I love this skill. Now, there is a part of the skill that I would change if I had the script. So this one, heals for 8,800, 6,642 over 12 seconds, and then grants minor intellect. And I like the endurance in that one. That really helps out with my recovery. So your recoveries get over 2,000. With the sets I'm wearing and everything, they get extremely high. And what I didn't know, and I don't know why I didn't know this, because I'm so busy with work, I don't really pay attention, is that when it comes to Mages Guild, it actually counts like this. Like you get 2%. Well, you see what I'm saying? Like this, like I need to grab this one, just so I can have it. But this right here is, and I'm curious. I could probably do like a meteor combo on this build just to see how that works. But right now, I mean, this skill is absolutely broke. There's one where instead of healing you for 6,200, it gives you 8% mitigation damage. So I'm curious to see that. And then good old Reinforce Your Shield, allowing you to automatic. This is my favorite defensive ult. So we got that out of the way. Now let's go into the skills. I mean the sets. Okay, so obviously Oak Fathers. This set right here, combined with this other set and the new skills and just the way I have it spec'd out, this set, it's so strong. This has got to be one of my favorite builds, if not my favorite build. Is probably this build right here. Now I made a build just like this, but it was a little different, and this is exactly how I would run it right now. I'd run Oak Fathers front bar, Wretched back bar, Balorgs, because dude, the amount of, I mean, you get up to like 7,700. Your tooltips are just off the chart. Anybody that's in that Northern Storm, they better have healing ults because they're gonna get bodied. Now, I know people like One Piece Trainee, but I truly don't like the One Piece Trainee because if I go here, I still get that extra damage for that fourth piece on the front. So that's why I do that. Now, you could do Trainee and get health and put the rest into stamina. You probably have more damage, but I just do it for the healing and stuff. And then you got the Valor shoulders. Now, remember, you want to go exactly multi-chat and pin with medium. Multi-chat and pin with heavy. Stamina reinforced with heavy. Stamina medium and pin. Heavy and pin multi-chat. And that's for Wretched, multi-chat and pin heavy. Light Oak Fathers, multi-chat and pin. Oak Fathers, now this is what you really want to pay attention to because this will really help you out. You got to run it like this. You get the weapon damage and the 10% or 10 Magicka recovery. You could do stamina, but I recommend Magicka, so it could help you out just a little bit on the Magicka side. And then Ink and Swift. Very important that you use that. This could be switched out because your tankiness is so high that realistically you could even run Saint Seducer. You could even really push your damage with Death Dealers, but I really, really like this. Just that extra armor, that extra weapon damage really works good. And I would use Bloodthirsty with a weapon and spell damage. That would be the best situation for it. And then you want this Try Recovery to really help Infused to boost that recovery. You run it like that, man, it's going to be hard to kill you. Like, you guys can come watch my gameplay. I could put a whole montage and everything, but it's so much time consuming. And I'm working on another one. I'm slowly adding, but you guys can come watch me live. I destroy people with these builds. And then we'll go into the champion points. Now, the green tree doesn't matter. I don't even have it. But you want to use Master in Arms. And this is where I think it changes a lot, too, from the last time I made one of these. You want to use Master in Arms, Deadly Aim, Ironclad, and Untamed Aggression. Now, you could do Resilience instead of Untamed Aggression, right? You'll lose a little bit, but you'll get a little bit more tanky. Personally, I don't struggle with tankiness. I be botting fools and out-tanking them, so I'm not too worried about that, but you can kind of play around with that. That's a flex spot. Then you got, this is where this is really not too much of a flex spot. You have to run Celerity. 10% movement speed. I thought it was 16%. Oh, whatever. 10%. Survival Instincts. This is a crucial one. I used to use this, but I switched to Celerity. So if you feel fast enough, I guess you can use this. Pain's Refuge and Sustained by Suffering. These right there, man, you run this champion points, you run this build exactly like that. I'm telling you, you're going to be botting people. You're going to be enjoying this Warden. Like, it's got to be the strongest thing. It's really because of this skill right here is so strong. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of power this skill possesses. So, really helps Warden. I'm going to try it on other builds, but right now, with Warden the way it is, you become unkillable with this build. And it's nice because the way it procs, look. You could put everything on, right? You could literally switch. And then let's say you're fighting someone, and someone just hits you, boom, you roll, you heal. You're like healing for a ridiculous amount. So it definitely works out. Definitely appreciate you. If you guys have any questions, comments, I can't thank you enough. If you have any questions about the build, you want to see me stream this, I stream on Sundays and Tuesdays 100%. You're more than welcome to join my Discord. It's in the link. Join my Twitch. It's in the link. Or you can watch me on YouTube. Definitely appreciate the support. And take it easy, guys. Out.